Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426 and today we have the review of the Master Grade Jesta. This was one of the few Grunt suits that came out as a Master Grade from the Unicorn Gundam series, this came out about 2013 or 14 if I'm correct. So it's basically one of the latest kits for a Grunt suit basically. Yeah, this was out in 2013 and this came out very well. There are some new features to talk about, and yeah, so let's get into the basics right away. First of all, what you get the kit itself. Also you get a shield, which is usually attached on the backpack. So this is a shield, or despite being a shield, it's not usually handheld, it's attached to a backpack. You also get a very nice looking beam rifle, more like a military style weapon compared to other beam rifles we have ever seen. Yeah, so very nice, and you can have also a detachable ammo clip as well. And there's orange pink plastic, clear plastic inside the beam rifle as well, so very nice detail. You also get a beam saber, but you only get one beam saber. I mean beam handle, or beam saber handle basically. One is attached onto the basically arm, and you get technically two pink beam sabers, but you only use one. So yeah. So I guess some basic explanation about this kit is that it's one of the few grunt suits that came out, new grunt suits that came out in the Unicorn Gundam series. I believe this is basically like a really updated or upgraded Jesta / GM, and it features a lot of stuff. Well, it has a lot of actions in the Unicorn Gundam OVA as well. So there is another variant, or sort of a variant, which is basically a P Bandai exclusive, or a premium Bandai exclusive, which is called the Master Grade Jesta Cannon. What that is basically the same Jesta, which with a lot of more armaments attached to it. With more armor, with more weapons. As you can see, you don't, as I showed you don't really get much weapons. Basically the basics: a beam rifle, a beam saber, a shield. There are more smaller weapons onto this. We'll get into that later. So yeah, one of the new gimmicks that we can explain is, how should I say this? They give you a LED system where you can flip this open, or you can take out the backpack entirely to put an LED. Especially red one, because of clearly that the visor is orange. In the instruction manual or box, it mentions that you can put a red LED to make it to follow the effects in the anime. Personally, I don't like putting in LEDs because sooner or later, when their batteries die out, you don't really realize them, and they're not that cheap to get sometimes. So go figure. So let's get into the basics. You can go technically 360 if you force it, but just normal, you can go about 90 degrees left and right, or yeah, make that 80 actually, 85. Also, a little bit more detail. As I said, the visor is in clear orange. That green section over here on the head, let me zoom up for you. This green section on the head, that's a sticker. And it has a very unique way or style of a cockpit. Now in other videos they somehow do this really easily. I don't know how they do this, but mine is not as easy. I'll try to do it as, oh boy, I'll try to open it as clearly as possible, because this is one of the most cockpits that actually works very nice. Let's hope I can open this now. Yeah, I mean, every time I've done this a lot of times, but I still don't know how it works exactly, and I'm scratching the hell out of this. Okay, there we go. Okay, I got a little bit of open, and I pushed it back in just great. Yeah, the cockpit isn't. It doesn't have a simple gimmick. You need to. It basically how it works is you pull it out and then you open the cockpit. It's not like you open it like in a normal situation. And I scratched a little bit on the piece itself. So, well, nothing that major, but yeah, it's sometimes sore to the eye in a way. Yeah, I made a big scratch. So yeah. One good thing about this kit is sometimes when you buy old master grades, these yellow V fins on the kit are usually uncolored or they're just one solid piece. This one comes in a separate yellow, so no need to worry about that. This is a very good detail. Sorry about the middle delay on there. The side skirts, they're basically actually weapons. How they work? Well, you can open them, and technically these are missile pods or grenade pods. So some people actually basically cut these up into separate pieces. I just leave them there because I barely opened them. So for another detail, as you saw on the first part of the video, you get a beam saber, and the beam saber is inside or on the arm, which is very nice. And this also shows how much posability that this kit is possible. Basically what you can do is make it look like as if it's pulling out for the beam saber. Also, the arms, most of the parts are very stiff, which is also a good plus personally. Yeah, because for those who don't have much experience, but if you happen to get a really loose kit, you will be angry. I'm not joking. So basically what you can do is try to make it reach out for the beam saber. Yeah, this is so as far as I can go for now because the arms are very stiff, but you can make it look like as if it's trying to pull out the beam saber like this. I've done it once that I made it up to where it reaches, I believe, but especially the shoulders has to be in the correct position to do this. So yeah, I'm sorry I'm not able to do it this time, but when I first got this kit I was able to do it. Now it makes you wonder what's on the other arm, so we'll actually get into that. You get 3 more ammo packs for the beam rifle, and yes, this is not a whole, not an entire piece. You get 3 more ammo clips. These are, you can individually take them out, but they're not that easy once you do that because they're technically slided in and clicked in. So yeah, I'm not gonna even show that. It's even really slippery. So yeah, so you get one arm that has the ammo clip and one arm that has the beam saber. Yeah. Now the leg itself. Now, if we get into articulations, one thing I need to mention is that the legs itself are very nice. They're strong enough, but problem are the joints that connect the bottom section of the body and the legs. They're somehow a little bit slippery, or I wouldn't say loose, but they will tend to like split up like this time to time. It's nothing that terrible, but I wish they would have solved that problem. Okay, what else can we talk about? The backpack. Nothing too special on the backpack, to be honest. You can move the thrusters a little bit like that. That's it. The backpack and the head part are kind of connected in a way, so sometimes when you try to take off the backpack, the head and the neck part will also pop out together. Articulations, as you saw, you get a very nice bend, about, let's just put it about 85 degrees, and then you can technically spin it 360 if you don't, if the backpack doesn't bother you like that. The legs, because there's a front skirt armor, I'm pretty sure you can't go exactly all 90. That's all much you can go. Bending, well, the leg has like a double jointed knee. Basically, if you just bend it, that's all. That's as much as you can go. But if you bend, but you can pull out a section and then make it go more you can bend it more, and you can make it look like as if it's, you know, taller. But I barely use this, so I hope I can put this back in. There we go. Okay. So if you want to make it look more taller or make it have more longer legs, go for it. And on the legs section also, they have this swivel section. So like the Gundam Mark II, I believe, you can change the position of the where it's connected and make it look a little bit more taller or a little bit more shorter. Your choice. And yeah, currently because of that, it's kind of one of the reasons that it's difficult to balance or make the lengths of the legs equal in a way, because once you move the position, it's kind of difficult to match up the position for each leg. So that's why for me, I'm having issues with that. So yeah. What else can we talk about? Oh yeah, the shield. Another thing about the shield, that yellow section right over here, that's also a separate piece, so no need to worry. The white section is separate pieces. Very nice. Now, I said they give you a handle for this, but even in the show they barely use this, and this is really difficult to use in terms of posing. So as you can see, there's these pegs on here, and on the backpack there are these two sections on the side. What you do is just basically connect the peg. You just connect the peg to the section that I just mentioned. I'm gonna pull this up a little bit and then show you guys. So we got these sections. All you need to do is just connect it. Now, when I first bought this kit, it was a really strong connection, but after time passes, this will fall off time to time. So I'm actually considering to glue this on a little bit so it will stay longer. And the shield basically is connected to another like multiple joints, so basically you can make it go any position you want. Usually in the anime or games, this will usually be, you know, on the side like this. So yeah, and they have this locking mechanism as well, so when it's all fully folded, you don't need to worry about this going there and this and there. Another thing that I want to mention are the hands of this kit. They don't do this much kits yet, but basically these are RG style hands. When I mean RG, they're already built. You just need to, you know, match up the positions of the fingers, and you're good to go. And so each joint will move and bend, and you can literally do any pose you want. I've seen some people do the middle finger. I don't want to do that. So yeah. Another thing is that because of these hands, and you see there's this hole in the weapons, basically. That's why holding the weapon there is no issue in terms of holding the hands. Inside the hands, there are these pegs you can pull out or slide down, and all you need to do is match up the fingers and put. Wait. Yeah. The ammo clips tend to fall off a bit easily if you don't put them in the right position. Yeah. So basically, you match up the fingers and then put that peg into the hole of the weapon handle, and it will never. Oh boy. Yeah, the split just happened. So when for me, this was the first time using an RG style hand, so it wasn't easy for me to get used to, but after I got used to it, it was really easy. Okay, so there we go. We got, oh, why is the ammo clip like this? Okay, we got the connection properly, and this will never fall off without you doing something crazy. So yeah, even the beam saber works the same way, so that's it. So finally, that was basically the review of the Master Grade Jesta. This is a very good kit. I would recommend it for starters as well, also collectors or anybody fan of the anime. The price isn't too bad. In terms of dollars, I would say about $40 to $50. It has a very nice inner frame, RG style hands as well, and you can mostly do any kind of pose you want, as long as you don't, break something as well. the only downside is that this you can have an LED in it, but some people in other countries have problems getting the LEDs, so I can't really say anything about that. But the legs, I said the legs they're pretty strong, but the joints in the inside where it connects the bottom part and the bottom section of the body and the legs they tend to split a lot, so just be careful of that. So yeah, that was basically it for the review. As I said, this is really recommendable for mostly anybody. So yeah, that was basically it for the Master Grade Jesta review. Hope you guys found this video informative or helpful. I have more reviews to make, so stay tuned for more videos. If you liked my videos, please subscribe as well. So until then, thank you for watching my videos and see you guys next time.